What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danza. Just one of the many faces of the machine known as the Danza Project. Please do me a favor if you rock with us. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn those notifications on. We appreciate you. Salute.
Tell them stop playing with my name, little bitch. I've been in the coffee, hoes getting rich. Ride around with them soldiers and you know they never miss. No, they never miss. No, they never miss. Tell them stop playing with my name, little bitch. I've been in the country, minding my own business. But if they want a problem, then I'm down for that shit.
Today we got a very, well, before we do that, you know what I mean? It's your boy Danza with the Danza Project.
It's your boy Kato.
You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing that we're here. I feel grateful every day that we could wake up. You know, one thing I learned about today is my guy Ginn Lee is in the building.
The Bills, baby.
He is white. He is white. He showed up on time. That's something that, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that doesn't get to happen very often. My boy, what's goody? How you feeling
What's
today?
up with it, man? I'm chilling, man. I'm blessed.
How often have you been out to South Florida? Is there some place that you visit often?
It's actually my first time. I've been everywhere across the map, bro, but I just never could find myself to get here. But finally, you know, had a reason to come out here.
Come on
It's a good week to be out here, dude. You know what I mean? There's always a lot of good times. Any help you need, you know what I mean? We got you and shit like that. First off, first things first that we always try to get people to understand out here is who Ginn Lee is from the core. You know what I'm saying? So where you from?
From Dallas, Texas. Yeah, Dallas, Texas.
So coming up out in Dallas, what was life like for Ginn Lee?
I mean, shit, it wasn't easy, but, you know, you always hear that somebody had it harder, you know what I'm saying? So I don't too much like to just, like, dwell on it or, you know, but it was pretty fucked up. Or it was good to cuss a lot on it. Yeah, it's pretty, but yeah, my bad. It's like, it was fucked up. It was fucked up, but it's cool, though, you know what I'm saying? Shit, my parents, like, you know, they was heavy in the drugs back then, but they cleaned their shit up towards me getting older. So now me chasing my dreams, they can help me out with my kids and, you know, just kind of, you know,
second
help,
chance.
Yeah, second chance, help out, and then really, you know, everything happened for a reason, bro. God worked crazy, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a story, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely got a deep story.
So your parents were, even though they were battling that, they stayed together?
So like my mom, okay, so in the beginning, my mama was a stripper, you know what I'm saying? And my biological dad is like the son of a part owner of a strip club in a very famous strip club in Dallas. So, you know, they linked up obviously on whatever, you know, one night stand, whatever. That's how I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got another man that I call dad, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, came in my life at like 6 months, you know what I'm saying, and raised me since I was 6 years old. Yeah. And so that's all I know. That's my dad. So them was my stepdad, but, you know, the one that raised me, you know, him and my mom, them were the ones that was, you know, battling the drugs. That's Pops. And, they was on the drugs and shit pretty heavy. And, you know, it gradually just kept getting worse and worse until it was just all the way bad.
Yeah.
And, but nah, I mean, they bounced back, yo. Whenever you hit rock bottom, you either don't make it back or you gonna do something about it. And they did something about it, you know, thankfully. You know.
That's dope. You know what I mean? Addiction is a tough thing that a lot of people battle.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just like when it's the parents, it makes it real tough because you want to love them.
Nah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? And it's
but
just
you
like,
also
it makes
realize, like, you know, you learn, like, how to let go at a young age, like, not to hold on to too much shit or, like, how you say it, just, like, learn from other people's losses and their mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm real big on learning, you know, from other people's mistakes, watching them.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I do like to, you know, how you say it, like, you know, you see the stove on, but you still want to touch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Test the waters.
You know what I'm saying? I like to test the waters, too, sometimes. I ain't going to lie to you. But, you know, for the most part, I learned from a lot of that shit.
Did you have any siblings growing up?
Yeah, I had a brother and a sister.
A lot of times when you got family, they can take them bullets, so to say. take them bullets for you.
Right.
And you can learn from their mistakes. Like,
No, for
I
sure.
don't want to have to go through that.
But you know, I'm the oldest, so they had to learn from me.
So you the one taking the bullets.
Yeah. But that, you know, that mean I had to grow up at a young age just because, you know, I was the oldest. I had to take care of.
Yeah, because that's what it sounds like. You ended up having to be in a home where you're taking care of the younger
sure.
siblings. You know what I'm saying? My mother, a single mother. My oldest brother, he was the, you know what I mean, like the rock in the household whenever she wasn't around, because Pops wasn't around, so he was the, you know, he was the one that would hold it down. They're always like the, you know, for your younger siblings, it was like if they get in trouble, they're scared to get in trouble with you.
No, with
you know
me,
what I mean?
for sure, 100%, yeah.
That's dope though. It's dope to hear that they're doing better. You know what I mean?
sure.
And they're in a space, especially now while you're ascending to stardom. You know what I mean? Where you're sitting there going, you know, back and forth, doing shows, you know, doing podcast appearances, getting out flights and doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you say you do get to move out of Dallas a lot. You get to do a lot of shows and stuff.
I travel a lot. Yeah, I'm on a plane every day.
Especially now. Yeah. Got to get up and go.
Gotta go.
Where y'all need me at?
Yeah.
Facts. So, Dallas, Texas. I'm guessing, even though you were the oldest sibling, that you had like, were you in trouble out there in the schools and whatnot?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really start like my main focus was football at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of kept me out of trouble all the way until I say like late middle school, early high school.
Yeah.
And then it just got bad to where it's like, you know, we can't even get the cleats for football, so it's like, man, fuck this shit, like, you know, football. But, you know, like, that was really the main thing that kind of kept me out of trouble at a younger age. But yeah, once I hit like high school, it started getting rough.
What position were you playing out there?
I played center and then nose guard.
Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big boy.
Getting the work done out there in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Trenches, for sure. Yeah.
So Ginn Lee, we do come to know you from a lot of controversial moments.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man.
You definitely have, and it seems like in this industry, I say this, I was just having a conversation the other day. It's like most people learn the negatives.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like rarely do you, like the positive things you're doing or the dope shit you're doing don't get as much publicity as all the negative shit that goes on. So, you know, obviously they say, here's the white guy that likes to use the N-word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we've seen you stand on it plenty of times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what is that? Knowing, did you know that was going to be one of the things that were going to be at the forefront when you started doing music?
Nah, I mean, it obviously, like, it always was like a topic, like, you know, like, you know, just like with, just questions from anybody that just, you know, wanted to, like, question it, like, you know, are you willing to, or whoop, and, you know, like, the fact is like, you know, like, I did have some people come around and, you know, they were known in the industry and all that shit and were trying to help me out at first. And, you know, I did try to stray from it and, like, refrain from it. But, like, I ain't gonna lie, just like me, like, I was just talking to Rugrat today, you know what I'm saying? When we 1900, you know, we've been in the studio all day today, you know, and, like, you know, like, he's, like, it's like whenever you go in to the studio and, like, you can't fully be yourself, it just take away from the whole craft itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not like, you know, an excuse or however you want to say it, because, you know, it is a touchy subject or like a, you know, a soft spot in the culture or whatever, just like the word itself. But, like, I done over-explained myself, you know, not too many times because, you know, I keep saying it and saying it again, but the way I'm saying it and the way, you know, somebody else that'll be racist would say, you know, we ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in my eyes. You can hear it in the music. Ain't nobody on no weird shit, you know? So it's just like, it's always been kind of like a controversial thing, but I did try to refrain from it. It just wasn't me. And then, you know, it's like literally like, you know, I was going through a really, really, really rough time in my life. And it was like, man, I really kind of don't even want to do this shit no more. So it's like, I'm going to just drop this last album called Genuine, lay it all out there, be myself, you know, put what I want on track. You know what I'm saying?
If it go.
If it go, it go. If it don't, shit, I'm gonna go to work and take care of my kids. And 6 days after I dropped it, this is like, you know, Druski posted and Lil Duval, and it just different people started posting it, and it was like, damn, like it went crazy. And then, but you know, like you said, some of it was negative. You know, like, you know, these is comedians posted, so of course they trying to kind of make a joke out of it. But like, shout out Lil Duval, like he even made a post, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's some white out there, y'all just gotta like accept that shit. I didn't say that though, you know what I'm saying? He said it. I just want to put that on record. Because you know they'll try to clip that and make it a whole. I ain't say that. He said it, but you know I was just quoting him. But like, you know, like shit, bro. It's just some people are gonna be all the way themselves and not care what you think. Just like that's why we do got gay people that can go around. My bad, I don't know if that I could say just that word, but like,
gay.
You know, I just know that cancel culture is something for real.
Over here, we don't give a.
No, I know y'all don't, but you know,
what I'm saying?
but
being smart.
but it's just like, you know, like everybody's able to be themselves, like, you know, so it's like, how about everybody just be themselves to the full extent? Like I told Adam, like I was doing a no jumper like last week. And he's like, man, you don't know, like Rosa Parks, you know, she didn't know she was doing it for the black community when she stood on business and sat in the front. I'm not doing it for none of that. I'm not doing it for the white people to be able to say this and do that and all that shit. It's just point blank, period. Be genuine, be yourself. Like, this ain't me telling, white people, y'all can do this. No, you can't. You get your ass beat. You know you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get done. You're gonna get done bad, bro. You think, but you know they don't know that. Like, you know, I stand in them rooms and I stand in them places that like, but that shit bricks sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these is places I'm most comfortable in. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel comfortable walking into a room and this is nothing but white people in there, like quote unquote white people. You know, and when I say, you know, and that's one thing too. Like we all know, like. When I say white people, I'm not talking about just white people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I think,
when you say,
you know what the thing is most people know.
They know.
Commenters be trying to play pretend all the time.
It's just they want to. It's just
they want
everybody like to
like
have something comment. To talk about, bro. And it's just like, I'll be that.
People want their motherfucking comment liked. You know what I mean? Like my comment. I was the first to comment and say some stupid shit.
And if you always notice, like. A blog post me, if the first 5-10 comments is good, everything gonna be good under the comment. Oh, it's Ginn Lee, that's a real one. He BTA, you know, all that shit. If 5 people post bad, then it's all him, this and that. So it's just like it's all about following and leading and just being like me. I'm gonna just keep being consistent, you know, stay in people's face and just drop music. Keep dropping.
Anybody that comments negative shit for a living, eat. There's no way around that shit.
My
you know what I'm
DM is crazy, bro.
Those are just eaters.
Hey, but you don't feel like they selective who they fuck with? Because 6ix9ine be saying all the time, you know what I'm saying? And like, people like that.
He gets blasted too, though, but he's got Latino, so
it's like, you know, they gonna pick and choose. Like, I grew up going to a different school every year, like 6 times a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Going to 5 different schools in 1 year. So it's like, that's 5 different fights. That's 5 different times I gotta show y'all, like, I ain't just this fat little redheaded kid, you know, like, I get down like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you also like 6'4", you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it wasn't always like that, though. I really like I said, I dropped out probably around, like, early 10th grade. So, like, anything after that, it's like, you know, like, I was only 6 foot flat then, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a center and nose guard, you know. I'm going against people that's already 6'4", you know, 6'2", whatever. So, like, I'm small then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really hit my growth spurt till about a good 20. You know what I'm saying? So
most of the schools you went to, were they mostly white or mostly black or mixed?
Nah, I mean, shit, like, urban, like, anything, like, even, like, people, one thing about Texas, even the suburbs be 50-50.
Mixed up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, like, it's so easy to, like, use somebody else's address to go to this school because it's a good school and your mama trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. So it's like, you know, but now, like, towards the end, it was just like, it got to a point my mama didn't even care, but I'm still going to school just for the females and partners and all this shit. So
reason why I ask you that is because usually if you go to like a predominantly black, let's say middle or high school, if you play football, if you listen to rap music and you happen to be white, by the time you make it to social media and this rap career, you've already had to deal with being the white guy in the black crowd.
Yeah, but that ain't even necessarily that, because like I said, like it was early 10th grade whenever I got out of that kind of mindset. And it was really even before then, like, so before my season could start in 10th grade, I got caught with weed at school. And that's what kind of ruined everything for me, and was like,
all property.
you know, so that day, you know, I go to my partners that's known for, you know, home invasions and shit like that, and it's like, you know, I'm saying all this because, you know, this is 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, but I'm going to them, and we 15, you know what I'm saying? 14, 15, 16, and this is what they known for, like, everyday shit. And as I go to them, and it's like, shit, I want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't, because it's like football. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay focused. And it's like the same day where it's like, shit, now I need some money because, you know what I'm saying? Like, this football ain't going. I ain't, you know.
I got to do something.
So, yeah, it's like, you know.
Especially being the kid that is projected kind of like, I got to take over home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then even before then, like, you know, even with, like, different shit, just, like, certain shit that I'm in and, like, certain shit that I be around and, I guess, claim we don't have, I don't know, I don't want to just say too much, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, like, but, like, you know, I was in shit like that at 15, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but, you know, I was kind of always, like,
you were always tied in.
Used as the white guy or whatever, but it was like more or less like maybe a crash out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, shit, we gonna make him do it because, you know.
Yeah.
I guess that would probably be the only way you would say, like, you know, like, use me or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Use the clean faces situation.
Type shit, for a second until.
Yeah, you know they ain't gonna with the white boy, let him go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is different though. You know what I mean? It is different.
That's wild.
It definitely is wild. You know what I'm saying? But it's real life. A lot of people, this what I say. When Lil Duval makes a comment like that, right?
Right.
We all know exactly what he means.
Right.
We all lived long enough of a life. I mean, me and you were talking about it earlier, Orlando. Like, what is your thought process? For the people that can't see Orlando's black, all right? You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't bother you.
Nah, I mean, before all this, I had a studio, you know what I'm saying? So people come in there and record and say all kind of shit. So, like, you could tell people when they was acting or playing games or whatever, you could tell who was really like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Genuine.
yeah, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, like it's everything. It ain't just saying the word, it's the accent, it's the vibe, it's how comfortable you is. You could tell if you grew up around it or not.
Facts.
And you could tell when the energy be off and they forcing it and all that shit. So like anytime I meet somebody, I be like, damn, I feel like it's all right. I feel like they front right now. I be like, hey, you talk like that at home?
Bro, I can't trust you.
Like your parents know you talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like we got Ginn Lee here. He said his old girl was a stripper. Your stepdaddy might be black, right?
He white, but you know, shit.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could just tell from the experience, bro. Like the whole it's a vernacular, bro. So I can't really tell. Look, it's America. Like you can say what the fuck you want, man. Like the DMX shit where you see him at Woodstock, 50,000 white people, they all saying.
Yeah.
And then like I was saying with the 6ix9ine shit earlier, like certain people they fuck with and certain people they don't.
Yeah.
Like 6ix9ine can say it, but Ginn Lee can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or J-Lo can't say it, or Fat Joe can't say it.
Yeah.
But Fat Joe can say it in the 90s, but he can't say it now.
Yeah.
But like he said, bro, people draw the line where they want to.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the thing, bro. I don't know what's harder. Maybe you can answer this. You got to convince the streets, but you got to convince the algorithm too. And the streets might know you is who you is depending on where you go and how you really do operate things, but the algorithm is a whole nother neighborhood. It's a whole nother gang, whatever you want to call it.
is that one person. You get what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, like the deals and stuff that I'm getting, right? There's certain labels that want to fuck with me, but there might be like that one person that's like the president or like the under the president. Or,
like even a sponsor or
like
something.
that, you know what I'm saying? That they want to fuck with me, but it's just like this one person is just like, no, I gotta stand on that morally, and it's like shout out to On the Radar, you know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all want me, just hit me, but Gabe don't fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? The person that running, he don't. But it's like you a little Mexican dude.
That got to be.
So what you standing on? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just think that white people ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
You think that white people ain't gonna fuck with you if you bring me on that platform. Cause you know they know it's cause the thing is a white person will still look at me and think we're equal. You know what I'm saying? Or like I'm like them, or like, you know, so they look at what I'm saying or how I act and what I'm doing like shameful, I guess. Or like, you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's like, oh, we wouldn't dare have that around, or you get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and those are really the type of people, like, most people don't want to piss off. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you don't give a f***, this renegade, this, you know what I'm saying? F*** the
we're independent over this way.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
But some people ain't like that. Some people, hey, they need that. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't got it, then they ain't nothing. So
calling Nova, be like, Nova, edit all this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But like for me individually, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Right.
I used to run around saying the word all the time because I grew up in the east side of Buffalo, New York. The thing is for me, I just kind of started feeling like, you know what? I don't need to. And then that's when I stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like once in a blue moon, I'll be having a conversation with one of my old friends and shit like that. And I'm still, like you said, like the one of the thing I understood the most about you is saying, it's me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you're in a creative space, music, when you're writing, when it's art, you have to be able to be yourself.
Be all the way yourself,
He said, "What I look like trying to be anybody else but me."
Yeah, and that's
like,
why. And it's like if I can't get accepted for that, at least I can tell my kids, like, you know, be yourself. Like if they don't f with you, then shit, it's cool. You know, somebody gonna be there.
Has anybody hit you with the he a plant, he an industry plant? Yeah. Like
I don't know. I think probably not, just because like it is like a struggle, like not a struggle, but like just like a climb. Like it's not like I just, you know, taking off quick.
Right.
You know, it's still like, you know, I'm barely about to hit 100K followers, and you know, I'm barely, you know, at 100,000 listeners right now. So it's like, you know, it's still like a fight. You know, so
good.
Yeah, I feel like not yet. But once it do get there in like 6 months, you know, because it's gonna get there quick. You know, they're gonna think that shit, but it's like.
But being that you're in sports, and then, you know, you talk about getting down with your boys and shit like that, right? And you rep Crip.
Type shit.
Right? So, like, at what point of your life, because I still want to go through the timeline of who you are, right? And what made you the Ginn Lee you are today.
Right.
At what point of your life was that? Like, how old were you around that time when you started repping the set?
Well, I don't do, like, no disrespect to just anybody, but I don't just do too much politics and on camera just from shit that's going on right now. Yeah. But, you know, like, you know, shit came about early, just real early, you know, around like the 15, 16, you know, like that's just whenever, like, I learned what a gun will do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I learned that, like, a gun will turn a 15-year-old kid into a 30-year-old man quick. You know what I'm saying? It'll make a grown man look at me like a grown man. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, like having more money than somebody that's 25 years old, you know, that means something. You know what I'm saying? It make people look at you a different type of way. Yeah. And then, so, you know, once you start figuring that out, and then you find out, like, shit, I ain't got nothing until I have that, you know, you go get that, you know. And then it was just like, and then it's kind of like you get a taste of that, then you can't stop. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying before, it kind of just started out with like kicking in doors. That's like where my name come from, because it was like Jet Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's crazy. That's fire though.
But it was like. Like they knew when they called me, like it's one kick. Like
I wish I had a center in my in my regiments. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like
send him first.
Any door that we going to,
one kick
and we in there.
Send them in.
So like so that's it. Kind of play on that. You know what I'm saying? And then also like me. It was just another story behind the name too, but it's like a little other kind of like incriminating story.
Yeah.
But
you
like,
can stay away from those. Yeah.
But it's like that's the main thing that my name come from, is just doing that, and then that turned into like, okay, so you hit a certain house, now you got all this stuff you got to sell, so now you learn how to do that. Then it's like it got to a point to where I'm selling my own mama, her drugs that she using.
Oh man,
you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And not even selling it to her like, shit, here, you can have it. Like you try to sell it, like get you some money, but then it's like they using it, and now they fighting over it, and I'm not knowing I'm 16.
Yeah, you definitely don't know anymore.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing. Yeah, I'm just like, man, because I'm trying to go to this party tonight and all this extra shit and get my drugs and all this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like here, I don't even want to sell this shit in here. You just take this, cause I know this really what you want, and let me go and do what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
And get it from me and not from
from somebody else.
Having that bullshit. Like, make sure
you know what's wild is I don't even. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because I'm damn near 40, but I know back in the day when there was that shit around, like all that Fetty and all that crazy shit wasn't even popping like that.
Back then it wasn't. That's just whenever like meth was coming out. Yeah, that was a different day and age. But would you consider around that time frame that the reason why you even ended up being affiliated is because that kind of became family for you because your home was disconnected? Yeah, but that was a little bit before that time. But yeah, just like like not having nobody there. Yeah, and then like you need somebody there, and then these is the people that's with you every day, like telling you like I got your back, you got mine. Facts. Just. And that turns into really making shit stamped. Like really following through with it. For young men, that's usually how we find our footing in the world. It's like we end up kicking it with our homeboys, we end up like we rely on them heavily, and they rely on us. That's family. You know what I'm saying? Every time we're outside, you got me. But that's why I don't be understanding why females be like, you rather be with your partners out there, what's another one they be saying like, they not gonna suck your dick and this. It's really like, cause bitch, there always is somebody that will. Bitch gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And then it's on top of that, it's like you ain't gonna find, when you find that one or two partners that's like, bro, they gonna come pick me up, get me out in the middle of a storm, and I'm on the side of the road 2.5 hours away. They gonna pull up and 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like you not, bitch, you not gonna answer because you too sleep and didn't hear your phone, and
or you had whatever you had a bad dream about me.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm cheating. Yeah, whatever. They get their feelings involved. My partner don't give a about no feelings. He know I'm out here in the rain 2 hours away, and I need to get home. And he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? She gonna find out what bitch you was with 2 hours away that left you in the. You know what I'm saying?
How many girls you called before you called me?
So it's just like, I ain't never.
Facts though, it's a real thing, right? Women just don't really understand.
They don't get that shit.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, all the other shit just comes with being a young man anyways. Bitches be talking crazy in their like late teens, thinking like they know what the life is like. Shit, bitch. He's got 4 bitches with him. That's why we're going out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like we're good, bitch. It's cool. Chill out. Sorry for calling the women bitches. They get mad at me.
No, this is down south thing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the bitches, all right?
not the good ones. I'm talking about the bad ones. Yeah.
But shit, that's how life be like. And like obviously you didn't have a easy upbringing. Right. You know what I mean? You think about the things that have happened, and it's like sometimes if you get too caught up with what people are saying on the internet, it's like there's a bunch of people that don't understand life when really these hard times created the man that you became. Right. The circle, the influences that you had around you. Your OGs were the ones that were saying like, yo, it's okay, let little man speak how he's got to speak.
Like
it became you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just became.
And then I ain't gonna lie, see, you 40, so like I'm 27, so like your age would have been our OGs. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, well, you from New York, so I don't know if it's any different, but like where I'm from in Texas, like our structure was shit. Like our OGs was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna use us as much as they can until it's like shit, we don't need you no more going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we learned like, man, like, you know, there's a couple of good ones out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out New Dallas and shit, but like that's really how, like, you know, Zillionaire Doe and all them, like, got a really good, like, I'm not going to say good upbringing because, you know, they still went through their shit, but, like, they OGs really held it down, like, showed them, like, this how money work, like, this what, like, loyal, like, real hustling look like, you know what I'm saying? Not just, like, you know, when I was coming up, like, I'm being showed, like, oh, you can just rob 100 people and, like, you don't have to, like, re-up on nothing. You don't have to do anything. You can just spend all the money and, you know, the next day do it again. Like, finding out little ways to do it. Like, bro, like, stalking PLSs, like, with binoculars. Like, watching people, you know, like, just, like, all, like, just crazy
You could
shit.
tell he was up to some shit, right? Yeah. Because he talks about kicking indoors and how he got the name Ginn Lee. And then he says, I don't want to give you all the other reason because it's incriminating. Like Jet Li kicking down doors ain't incriminating.
No, but it's like
I know what you mean.
But it's just like, you know, but there's another story that's just like a little bit.
I don't want to know the other story.
Yeah, just like a little bit.
That's the light part.
I'm just saying you can tell you've been into some shit though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Here's a wild thing to think about, right? Our OGs coming up, because Buffalo is like that same structure. Right. It's real shitty, right? And for most hoods, it's that structure.
Right.
We rarely, you know, when you get a new job, first job, you see the manager, you're like, damn, I can't wait to be like the manager and really run this place. And then you become a manager one day and you're like, this shit ain't no bread. Like, the fuck is this? I thought I'm over here thinking like, this is hierarchy. You know what I mean? He owns a car, you know what I mean? But still, he just makes $2 more than an hour. You can just tell you what to do.
With all the responsibility.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how, as young kids, we don't know. We just know it's an OG.
Like,
we just think they're
I ain't
doing
gonna lie, as a kid, like I feel like I used to think like a grown up was different than a kid, or like a grown up was different than teenager. But like in reality, like you the same person you was when you was 5 years old, 10 years old, 20. You same person. You know what I'm saying? Like we all human. We all the same person, just learning from lessons and losses, and you know just different things that we learning from. We come better and change within ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like people really fail to realize until maybe it's too late or until they're too older. Some people really don't realize that, like, you know, like I look at my mom and my dad and shit like that, like, oh, y'all only like human. Like, you know, like this shit hard for me, but it's like, you know, like
it's your first time.
Like it's
Earth.
your first time, and then everybody only get one of these. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, shit, I can't be mad at you for fucking up. Shit, I'm out here. Shit, they was addicted to meth and shit. I'm addicted to drinking perks. Shit, I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you, like, shit, I'm fucked up right now. I was just in the car, like, about to pass out and throw up and shit, because I ain't ate all day. We had to stop and get something to eat, and I've been in the studio all day. I done caught 2 flights in the past 2 days and haven't slept, and, you know, and I'm still taking the shit and smoking weed and no water, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'll be the first to tell you, like, I'm out here fucking up and all that shit, but we all just human, bro. It's all like, this is our first time. I didn't know that, you know, like, I was going to do all of this shit in this time, and now I'm exhausted. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? And shit, it is what it is.
But you don't think there's going to be a time where you got to kind of straighten up a little bit?
Yeah, of course, but
so you could do more shows, hit more cities.
Yeah, but it's like I'm in a part of my career right now. Like it's like
Grind time.
Like, yeah, but I'm an artist too, so it's like I need to unlock certain shit within myself to like be able to put that on.
I see.
Like
first things first.
You know, like put it in my music, because it's like, you know, like me being sober, I won't express certain feelings as I would maybe if I was a little more fucked up, or like, you know, you might not say or do things like you would if you was a little drunk, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so I'm just
true.
unlocking certain things and certain feelings, and experimenting with different types of music and shit like that. Like all this hard drill shit and all that shit, it's just a very, very beginning. Like this just to shock people and like, you know, like use me being genuine as like a like knock on the door, or like really a kick at the door, you know, using my, you know. So like that's really what I'm on right now. I'm gonna kick the door, and then it's like, okay, y'all looking now? Okay, yeah, let me show y'all all this different type of shit I got going. Let me show you me. I'm about to start streaming and, you know, like doing shit like this, being on podcasts and really being open. And so, yeah, it's just the very tip of the beginning.
It's big to speak about, plus you got a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a kid coming up, of just what you said, just jumping it off about your parents and shit like that. You know how many people in this country especially that are battling through those things that parents, a lot of them don't make it out. You know what I mean? Seeing somebody end up having some substance they're addicted to is usually kind of like the least of their worries. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these kids are, you know, deleting themselves after a period of time because they can't really take it and all the abuse that it came with.
Nah, like, and that's one thing too, like that mental health shit ain't no joke, bro. Like, you know, like shit that our parents, you know, or the shit that all people do around us will affect our
projects
mental health. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you're around the right people for sure. Yeah,
did you have OGs like you mentioned? Was it Lil Duval?
Nah, like I had one of my main OGs fucked me over so bad. Like it just like I don't know if y'all heard the saying. It's a young niggas world. Like it's like fuck a OG. Like, you know, it made me like what the fuck I'ma listen to you for if I can make more money than you. Like, drive a better car than you and all that shit, and I'm fucking 17 years old.
I'm younger.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is, like, what am I gonna listen to you for? And then, you know, like, you smoking the same weed as me, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
You start to figure shit out, like,
you starting to figure it out, like, hold on, bro, like, you just older, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
You ain't even got a car, big dog.
You know what I'm saying? That shit lame in a bitch. Like, you just older than me. That's it.
And not just that, you fucked it up. I mean, you had the chance and you fucked it up.
Yeah, like, bro, and then that's the thing. Like, we gonna see. I could never like. Yeah, you know, you gotta take stuff for what it is, and then like, you know, take out like when somebody telling you something, you just take out of it what you need to take out of it and leave the rest. You know, chalk it up to whatever that, you know, fuck you can have it. But, you know, like that's the thing, like, my bad, I'm fucked up, but,
take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, but, take it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, really,
OGs.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, like, you know, like, just, you don't gotta listen to everything. You get what I'm saying? You just take for some of what they say.
They say take it with a
bits and pieces.
That's what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Take the bits and pieces and see if it fucking applies to your life. Sometimes shit works, sometimes shit don't. Sometimes we take advice that be fucking us up.
Boy.
You know what I mean? And sometimes we take advice and this shit works. You know what I mean? That's just the way life is.
But I ain't gonna lie, I really like never listen to people that's like broker than me. Like, I ain't gonna lie though. Like you can't though. Like it's like how you telling what? Like what are you telling me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Tell me how to get better. You know what I'm saying? Or at least tell why are you here? Like at least be a man enough to tell me like why you fucked up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I can't stand. I hate it because it sounds so shallow. I can't. I say it like this. I can't stand broke, shit talking people. Yeah, broke people that run their fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Your voice isn't even welcomed. No, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, y'all be talking just because y'all want to talk. Like, you know, any motherfucker that be... I say it to people all the time. If you are the type of dude that'll hop up on the internet and type a comment under I never typed a comment under somebody's page because I disliked them. I only did it if I fucked with them. I never tried to talk shit to them on a comment section. That shit to me is weird. You're automatically sus and you're automatically broke because people with a life, with dreams, with goals, you don't comment on people's shit you don't fuck with. You're too busy either watching somebody that motivates you.
Nah, but that's them people that want to delete themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They need somewhere to put that energy. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I'll take it. Comment under my shit 100 times.
Boost the algorithm. I do fuck with that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I know who I am.
You seen the shit that just happened out in Vegas the other day?
Is it you talking about the influencer shit
YouTube
where
shooting.
they, blicked them down?
Yeah. So they had YouTube beef for a couple years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had YouTube beef. So
and just pulled up on them and...
Yeah, so the dude was like, I'm coming to Vegas, right? And that other dude, Sintown, whatever, was he was driving around streaming saying, well, you're in my city, you didn't invite me. He's like, oh, I'm gonna pull up where you're at tonight. So when the dude was streaming, you notice that dude, he actually puts his phone up on a ledge to record because he's seen him ready to walk by. So he goes, he puts the phone up and he sits back and he's like, here he is. But his wife pressed him.
Right.
She said,
she was like, bring your ass. Come here. She was like, come on, bring your ass. And as soon as he started walking with her for a second and he seen him and he's like, yeah, what up?
He was like, get out the way.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then he pushed her out the way and she was sitting there. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? And he turned around, bam, shot her right in the face. So that's why you see the phone drop. So that dude wasn't playing, right? But it's all over the comment section. You know what I mean? It's all over.
I don't mean to laugh, but hey, bro. It sounds like two dummies to me. Bro, it's like, hey, man, it's always somebody out there, that's willing. That's why, I know what energy I'm putting out in the world. So I already know, something gonna happen to me, the little incident or whatever that went on with me. So, you gotta know what you do. Some people think the shit is a game or it's just the internet. No, the internet is the streets. Now the streets is the internet. This shit is all intertwined. Fed cases is being brought from the internet. Point blank period, the streets is the internet is the streets. It's all one thing now. And people gotta realize this shit about to become literally one. It's about to this all the same game now.
Yeah, you know real life is like GTA 6.
No bullshit. No bullshit. GTA, and it's only gonna get more electronic or
more
integrated tech. Digital. Yeah. So it's it's about to get. I ain't gonna lie, I can't even tell you what's gonna happen.
We could see it. We could see it with the BET Awards.
Yes,
it became Kai Cenat and Druski. There was a different view this time. It was GTA 6 type shit.
No, but they're walking around. Different view. Yeah, different view.
You know what I mean? You were actually watching it like a GTA 6 movie.
Yeah, you live through other people. Nah, that shit's crazy. Nah, for real.
It's wild. That's why streamers really is what it is. I mean, we got to start streaming.
But that's why I say even me. That's why I got to, bro. Because it's you know how many people would love to live through me? You know what I'm saying? That should be crazy.
And it'd be a regular day to you, but somebody else man, I've been watching this for 3, 4, 5 hours.
And what's wild is, right, so when you look at the two videos, the shit that they both were talking to each other, the one dude that ended up getting deleted was he
ain't come back.
He said when it was leading up, all the beef, he said, it's clear that this man probably has a mental illness, and he's only probably a few moments away from taking his own. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably what took
so
him
in
over
reality, I think in reality he was just accurate, except for he wasn't thinking correct. If he's willing to take his own, he's definitely willing to take his own.
Give me
you know
a
what I'm
reason.
saying? So don't sit there and
Did
go
he
to
end
Vegas.
up taking his own?
Nah, he's on the run. They ain't even catch him. He went out in the middle of Vegas.
On the strip.
And he's still free.
Played Call of Duty and ran off.
Hey, man.
Listen, bro, you got beef like that. You're not supposed to be streaming in public. Talk about dropping the low and posting on the story.
But that's then
He's
again,
streaming live.
he thinking...
Dude ain't about that.
He thinking it's some internet shit.
Yeah.
When the internet is the streets.
He thought he was
Charleston
safe.
White know what's up.
Yeah.
Like, Charleston know this shit's integrated. That's why he'll be so quick to tell you, I'll call laws.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he know all that shit, it'll get real. You know what I'm saying? That's why he'll have what he need on him to make sure he good too. Yeah. Because he know, I'll talk it, but I'll walk it too. Just like you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason I fuck with Charleston too, because he'll do it to you.
Yeah.
He'll do it to you. He'll talk all that shit. All that shit, but he'll pull it.
What's crazy though too is to see him navigate the IRL in real life, and how many people really fuck with him though.
Oh no, but like shout out Charleston. I talked about it a couple of times. My first time going viral and shit for it. He had said some shit about me, and. Man. I wanted to see him. He had came into the club I was at one time. The security, whatever, told him, like, nah, you going to have to go talk to Ginn real quick before you even come in here. Like, you got to go talk to him. Like, he wanted to holler at you. So they brought him over there. But the first thing he said, man, it's just the internet, man. You know what I'm saying?
But it's genuine from him.
But it is, though, because he ran me down through there on why he think, like, now you a real, I see it in you. Like, I can tell you really one of them ones. And, so, like, it's also the energy he brings to off camera. You know what I'm saying? That, like, people know, like, wow, this old ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a cool, like,
Sauce Walker said it perfectly. Yeah, I mean, when he was up there, he said, what the thing about Charleston, he said probably the illest metaphor that anybody said about Charleston, and it was the easiest one. He said, Charleston's a truth teller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can tell the truth.
Yeah. But he says the truth and a teller. But he was like, if you understand it, you don't take it serious.
Right.
There you go.
That's all that matters.
That's
right?
the
Like,
game.
if you understand the game,
and then also, his bitch ass be having a deeper meaning to some of the shit he say too. So it's like some of the shit you gotta take like, I get what you're saying, but you ain't had to say it like that, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I get it, like, you know what I'm saying. But he make you understand, like he get his point across. Though,
yeah. And sometimes we need that from our OGs.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing that the YNs are just us young, or I say us, I'm 27, but just a young generation, like, like we, ain't really just had to, we had our ass whoopers and shit, but like, really getting told what to do and having to like listen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was all raised by like single mothers and, broken homes, and it's just like, don't really have to listen. Like, once you hit 12 years old as a
she gonna do? Beat
boy,
you
you know what I'm saying? As a boy at 12 years old, what, mama, you gonna keep whooping my ass?
Yeah.
Like, I fight for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, we be laughing at that shit at that point. So,
bro, I got slapped in the middle of Macy's one time. That shit.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. Nah, my mama, I ain't gonna lie. She, like, ass whoopings don't work? Yeah, chest, chin, all that. Let me hit
weapons,
it. Let me hit it.
Belt, switch, hanger.
Shout out my
mom's full-blooded Puerto Rican, and I got them ass whoopings a little bit different. Man. Kneeling on rice, hot peppers in the mouth, getting hit with a belt all at the same time.
I remember the first time I dodged a slap.
Oh, yeah, that second one that came?
Well, first we looked at each other like, huh.
Yeah.
And
let's redo that.
But no, I had to let it get. I said, okay, all right. Like, cause what I'm gonna do? Swing back? No, it's just her.
Yeah.
It got to that point though. I had to grow up and say, okay, I'm hurting her by doing this.
Right.
So I start making different decisions so she don't gotta hit or hurt me or be hurt. Right. You know what I'm saying? It changed my whole perspective. I said, damn, if I'm gonna do it for anybody, it's gonna be for her. Yeah. So let me act right in this damn school. Okay, I'll raise my.
I ain't gonna lie, and that's what really me having kids did. Like, if I didn't have kids, I probably wasn't straightened up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How old around?
5, 7, and then my son is 10. Like, I raised him since he was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my son. You know what I'm saying?
So you were 19 when you came to your life?
Yeah. So.
That'll change you.
And that, like, just even that, like, before having kids, it's like, you start to get a little taste of it, and then, having my own, like, it's like, oh yeah, nah, this is something different. Like,
so now I gotta ask, then you got a white girl, Latina girl, or black girl?
She's Mexican, but that's just my baby mama. Right now I'm kind of like, I ain't gonna say I'm just single, because I do got, a couple of,
that'll throw some bottles at you if you come home and say you're single.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I'm living my life, like I'm like rock star lifestyle, like, hey, I tell all of them, like, like, I say I tripped out. I tripped out. I tell her, I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I do what I want to do, and it's like shit. Like, I'm gonna bring the bread home and shit. We gonna keep
that's
this
all
shit
you need
rolling.
to know.
That's what it be like. Right. Now we kind of breezed past the situation, but what was your thoughts initially when the internet ran to the world? Well, when Homeboy ran to the world, said he whooped you.
I ain't gonna lie. So, I explained it on the No Jumper shit. I'll put it in a more brief saying, but it's like, so boom, we're at this. I'm at this mall with my jeweler. It's like an only jewelry mall. So it's like you only supposed to be here if you're supposed to be here type shit. And it's like, I don't even know why Buddy was here. I don't know. Like I said, God working mysterious ways. I'm looking for the next little buzz, blow up, whatever. That's really what I see this shit as, was a marketing. Like, this shit ain't do nothing but help me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me getting stabbed, I done been stabbed before. Like, like shit people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm getting my teeth clean. Cause I got a new grill coming in. So I got these ones taken out, getting my teeth clean. All that shit, my jeweler like, hey, go grab your toothbrush downstairs and bring me something else. Woo. So I leave my bag upstairs, with my shit in it. So it's like, I don't got nothing on me. But it's like, I'm just going to the car real quick. So it be them brief little moments like, this is just one little, go downstairs, grab your toothbrush, come right back. That's it. It takes less than 5 minutes. I go downstairs, I'm coming back in, it's a dude and a girl just mugging me. I'm walking by, but I'm Ginn, so I'm fuck it.
Yeah, you gonna stand out too though.
Yeah, so it's like I'm just walking, but it's like it's one of them stairs. Like I done walk past y'all, and y'all done turn y'all's whole body. So it's like I'm going up these little stairs, and I turn around and I still see him. I'm like, hey, "What's up, bro? Like you know me or something? Like what's up? Like He just keeps staring at me. I'm like what? You done talk shit about me or something before? Like what you staring at? Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm like, when I say that, there's like a security guard probably like right here. And then he probably like to where the door is, maybe a little bit further. And so I'm telling him like, shit, run one real quick then. Like, shit. Security guard stepped back. Like, was about to let us run it. So I stepped back, I stepped down the stairs and I'm like, come on, Widow. I don't say too much, but he wasn't the one pressing the issue. He was stepping back. The person that was with him was pressing the issue.
That's what it kind of seemed like.
So like I was really,
I need a ride or die.
but look, but you know what? No. But you know what's crazy? So one of my partners put it to me like this: like he talks shit about everybody on the internet. He talks shit so much. It's like you finally seen one of these guys. You talking shit. You better fight him. Like I better not have no pussy. You know what I'm saying? I better not be laying up with no dude that talk shit and ain't gonna stand on it
in person.
You get what I'm saying? So, I seen what type of time they was on. I seen, whatever she would walk. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all make it. I don't even want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'm about to go back. That's why y'all see me going up the stairs. They both run up on me with the cameras and pull their cameras out on me. And, we got Ginn Lee running. Oh, man. That's when I spit on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I do want to say one thing, like, I seen a couple people have some comments. I ain't going to say too many names because shit going to get real with, a couple of people. But, like, I seen a couple of comments saying, like, there's a hate crime or, like, that was, like all types of weird shit just because I spit on Buddy. Like, you don't run up on somebody. Like, you lucky I ain't had a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ran up. Like, you ran up already after I thought you had something on you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you lucky the only thing I did was spit on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to do the most disrespectful thing I can to you if I can't touch you.
Yeah.
If I can't get to you, I'm gonna be as I'm gonna tell you fuck your mama with a cactus. I'm gonna tell you all type of just crazy wild shit just to be as disrespectful as I can to make your fucking lid flip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so if you ran up close to me with a phone telling me I ran, I'm gonna run up to you and spit on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's disrespectfully with no racial hate in my heart at all. That's if you was a white man, a black man, a Mexican man, an Asian, I don't give a damn if you was a woman or whatever. Like shit, I'm gonna spit. I'm gonna spit on you because
fuck you.
What the
that's
fuck
how it's gotta be.
You
Sometimes.
run up on me with a camera and think you're not getting clout off me, bro. And then so it was like crazy to like after the whole situation to like see I just whooped Ginn Lee, bitch. I am like that shit was just so funny because it's like we got the video already. Like I'm already watching the video of me beating him up while like people are sending me that, and I'm like on the way to the hospital, like bleeding out type shit, like watching this shit, and this is like funny to me, like what
you
the
seem
fuck?
like you ain't even flinching nothing when you got poked up.
But that's the thing though. Like I don't even know if I got poked up. I don't know if I got stabbed. Like I think I bumped into something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know really what happened. That's why I was telling like anybody else, like it felt like nothing until like honestly what it felt like what I felt was it felt like somebody like dead legged me in the back right here. It felt like somebody need me. Yeah. And that's why you see me just like kind of grab my little side right here. When I pull my hand up, I'm like, what the fuck?
What's understood don't need to be explained.
But it's like, what the fuck going on? So but I didn't even know like hit right here, I got hit a couple of good places, you know, shit. When I went in, they had to, take extreme caution, like measures at first, to make sure I was Gucci,
But see, that's the problem, man. Like, unfortunately, people place you in this position where you kind of have to prove yourself, right? And so let's say, like, you go on camera and you say, I'm good in every hood. Somebody gonna want to see.
Well, and that's the thing, though. And then once you also claim one certain hood, it gives the opposition
some type of
motivation to embarrass you or say something or do something. But like thankfully, like I come from where I come from and I am who I am. That like, bro, I get a lot of love, like a lot more love than hate. You know what I'm saying? It's just like y'all said, that little bit of hate gets way more recognition than all the love. Like shout out Theo Von, Jake Paul. Just like there's just a lot of people out there. Like I ain't gonna lie, damn near the whole fucking UFC follow me. Though. Like
that's tight.
Damn near all the fighters in the UFC follow me, which is crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's just like different things like that. Just show me like, nah, this shit, I'm doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah,
for sure.
That's dope.
And it's early.
It's real early. Like I said, I be telling like people ask me how long you been rapping. Truly. 5 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, paying for studio time, shoot video, not taking it serious, not just going broke for it, sacrificing family, like breaking up with my baby mama for this shit. Like, I'll do the 2 years, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, my career started when Druski reposted my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when my career started, is whenever oh shit, I just did 30,000 streams in one day.
Crazy.
Okay, now my career started. So really, I'm about 5 months in, 6 months in that I'll say, like, really just.
I saw you repost it. I also saw Bellygang repost when Druski made the skit about the white guy walking through the hood.
Shout out Bellygang.
Now, he definitely made that shit about Bellygang. But it's a couple of more, it's also some validate, like, me, Rugrat, a couple more people that he definitely, But that was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Bellygang Kush though. He hard, you know what I'm saying?
We see we got the
I see you had the all white brick up there, man. Shout out Bellygang. I don't know if you make 3 or 4X or 3XLT, big boy shit, man. We need that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
This is kind of a corny question, but I'm genuinely curious. Have there been any other white rappers besides 1900 that's reached out? And don't say Bellygang because I don't think he.
Nah, he ain't never reached out. But he ain't white. You know, his daddy
That
black.
was-
Like,
that
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying.
Like he
That
for
what I'm
real.
saying.
Like like he that. But you know, nah, not really, bro. Like that. Like I was talking to Rugrat today. Like, but they expect me and him, bro. We just did like 5 songs, bro.
Damn.
Like, but shot a little
He's
in
hard,
studio.
too.
Like he hard, but he's also like renegade too. Like, fuck the label, fuck what anybody think. Like,
This what I'm on.
but you hard. Like I fuck with you. Like I don't want to say it like this because like I definitely was more like. Not fanned out, but like you more popping than me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, he
but
broke earlier,
he
that's
seemed,
all.
but like he seemed more genuinely like intrigued, like by meeting me, like you know, like interested, like you know, not just like somebody telling me to do this, like nah, bro, I fuck with you. You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
just a gimmick.
But they expecting, you know, they gonna expect me and him not to fuck with each other, or BLP Kosher, or Georgiana, just whoever the white rappers is that's out right now. Like,
they like doing that.
Shout out BLP Kosher too.
No, shout out all of them. Like, bro, shout out everybody, bro. Every race. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing what people think. Like, I've never once went on a podcast and said nothing about race. I never came on one set and said black person this or white person that or da. Like it's all been like if I say I'm a nigga, I never said hey I'm black. That's not what I just said. I'm not. So whenever you hear or whenever I see a comment that say like, oh I didn't know you had to pop perks and drink lean and smoke weed and sag and wear this and jewelry to be black, I didn't say that. But this is a culture where I'm a nigga, and there's some real street niggas, real hood niggas, real, you know what I'm saying? However you want to say it, this is a certain culture, and they know what's up. Like this is just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't that, and everybody ain't this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't be that.
I'm sure some white people that look at you like, he's.
Oh, they hate
know?
like you know like my. Like, you know, I don't got family like, you know, grandparents and shit like that. But the ones that I do, you know, kind of have or whatever, like, oh yeah, they despise me. Yeah, but fuck them, man.
So I'm at liberty to be the damn near 40-year-old. I ain't 40 yet. They're already gonna hear what you said and like he's 40. But I don't give a fuck about age, right?
Damn.
I think wisdom is the most important part.
Nah, for sure.
Benny the Butcher says money makes you 10 times more of the person you are, right?
Right.
But money is just a piece of it. From a real OG comes wisdom. And that's what we expect to get from them. So I understand when you say things like, you know, you can't fuck with nobody that's making less money than you and shit like that. But sometimes the OGs.
I don't want to say it like that. Let me clear that up because, like, you know, like I was saying, everybody human. We also know, like, one day I'll be up, 100, 200, 300 bands. Next day, shit, hey, I need 500 for the rent. Shit, hey, help me out. See, you know, I'll be up next week. You know, it's like I can't say that, but it's like if you you can't be broke for 10 years, bro.
Facts,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, if you got good wit, like, oh, I went broke because, you know, I started an 18-wheeler, I did this and started this up and fuck. You know, like, you gotta have that drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't be broke for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But you just invested in the wrong shit for 10 years, and then shit that 11th year, you know, you invested in the right thing, and then. But as long as you just got that motion, bro, that's what it is, bro. Have some motion. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the money. Have some motion.
Right.
You know,
I fuck with Sane, right? OG Sane.
Shout out to
That's
Sane.
one of Charleston's boys, and Charleston and what they spoke about this subject before, but. He was talking about the high value man, and it was like kind of rebuttaling what Rolo and Mike Sartain would say about the high value man, you know, because they got that, what do you call it, the red pill type people that, you know, the high value man, the high value man. And what is a high value man, right? And Charleston was discussing like the man that busts his ass every day and takes care of his family and comes home and puts food on the table and makes sure that family is good and that all those children get to go through college and that their entire life is taken care of and that he was present every day and that he made sure that his family thrived and was able to fucking make it to the next level. You know, I took this table of my whole family and I built this shit. I allowed them a platform in life to grow and become better. That's not a high value man. Right? Take away the dollar amount, it's a high value man. That's an OG. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, and you cleared it up, but that's what I was getting to.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Those type of people are the people that we need around in our lives to be able to say, yo, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Yo, you're doing wrong. You know what I mean? Because in reality, like you could admit to yourself, like, damn, like right now I'm fucking up. I'm getting too high off of this shit. But right now might be the best time to let loose a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because right now might like you only get that one shot. We heard Eminem say it, right? Like you get one shot. And you know, sometimes we do get two, sometimes we get three. Yeah, it does happen. But when you got that one shot, you got the whole world at your fingertips right now. It's whatever decision you make, you could take over. You can't allow it to be a substance that takes you back. You know what I'm saying? Because while you say, oh, well, we are our 5-year-old self, right? And we are, because our brain is just maturing past that trauma that we developed as a child. Like we still basically are that little kid that, and I'm reading a book about this right now. We're really that kid that's still like, we're right there. Everything we've done in our lives is based off of these little traumatic moments that we faced, right? And that's why they say, like, you got to speak to your inner child because it's still there. It's still very active, right? But every 7 years, every fiber in your body is different. Every part of your being. So, you know what I mean? Like, you're just a new person. You know what I mean? It's our job to continuously recreating ourselves and building ourselves and allowing ourselves to be better than the person that we were yesterday. A lot of people back home will say, yo, Ginn, remember, you ain't like that. You're like this. Right. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to be out there doing big things. Like, don't forget, like, yo, come kick down the door with us for a minute. Those people are the ones that want the old Ginn Lee. You know what I mean? But the new Ginn Lee already made it. Right. You know what I mean? Like you said, you've been here for 5 months already. That old shit?
Yeah, that shit out the window.
It's gone. You know what I mean? It obviously, there's still times and places where the shit might have to pop up at. But that's it. You know what I mean? You've gotten your chance at stardom. It's your time to take advantage of this shit.
Nah, for sure, 100%. That's what I plan on doing. I ain't gonna lie. For sure, 100%.
So what do you have in the works now?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, just being overly consistent, just like let the music outwork the the controversy or the media. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I do shit like this, platforms to show my real character and my real demeanor and like just the real me being genuine.
I think you got to call on the Theo Vaughns and the Andrew Schultz.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely pressed the issue, like
hit that crossover, man.
Yeah, it's I pressed the issue. I got I'm looking at all the summer parties they're gonna be at. I'm trying to find out all the little shindigs that they're gonna be at, and all it takes is just one time in one room. You know what I'm saying? And I could just pop up in one room and I'll be there and they lock eyes. You know what I'm saying? And it's over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a forgettable face. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why you got to stay single, because if you're in a relationship, they ain't going to let you go out. Nope, you can't go to that party, goddammit.
No,
Andrew Schultz, there's going to be bitches there.
Hey, what? Hey, you know it's going to be bitches there.
But you know what else, too, though? I saw on your page, it was like you did a stream. And it was like hitting a little dance. And you said, fuck it, I'm hitting the dance my way,
that's
too.
Why, but that's the thing, though, like, bro, have fun. Like, bro, this is like, I'm not, just because I rap, shoot 'em up, and this and that. Like, that's just an expression. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm feeling. Just about like when I rap about the pills and the whatever. Like, that's just like what we all going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's still room for like just enjoying this shit. Like,
facts.
You only live once. Like, what if I didn't dance, or what if I just wanted to be too cool and didn't? Like, but that shit would have been shit. I wouldn't have had nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just have fun and like. When the gangster shit pop up, then we'll handle it then. You know, other than that, we're just gonna live life.
It's
Man.
already a couple videos of you out there, so I think you play more on the fun shit. People,
But that's
really
what I'm saying. Like it's just
like, man, bro, cool, man. Leave that nigga alone,
it's just
man.
like, man, let him rock,
Yeah, bro.
And that's really what, like you know, I'm gonna go through all the little, like not beatings, but you know, just like the hashing and the just like fuck him and to where it's just like finally like. Man, just like no, he's good. Let him rock, bro.
Yeah.
He already did it to him, bro. He not gonna stop, bro.
You keep doing these interviews, how you doing them,
you know what I'm saying?
and the music behind it is really what it needs to be. It'll be great, bro.
Nah, for sure, 100%.
Now I remember one of the other moments I saw you because I fuck with No Jumper and shit like that, and I seen a clip had popped up with you and Rainwater. You know what I mean?
Son. My little boy.
You said my little boy.
Shout out Rainwater.
So what y'all got pepper sprayed?
I did. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was police at first because, you know, we're on 6th Street, you know, South by Southwest. It's nothing but police. You know what I'm saying? I see only security guard I think he have with him is the one that I'm about to fight in front of me. You know, the big swole dude or whatever. I'm thinking that's his only security guard. I didn't know that's who maced me. I just thought like the police, you know, it was already kind of like I just wanted one thing from him. I wanted an apology. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he told Wack 100 that I used to touch my little sister when I was young. You know what I'm saying?
You can't never let that shit slide, bro.
But Wack 100, like, they said it on the podcast or on their little show, but they didn't give it no light and didn't like, you know, they kind of like shunned Rainwater. Like how you gonna say some shit like that with no evidence? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good.
But it was just him running his mouth. He genuinely, like whenever Wack 100 hit us both with some bullshit, but he genuinely got mad whenever I put it on Front Street that we don't fuck with each other. Cause it wasn't known in the media that we don't fuck with each other. We was kind of still playing it like, all right, well, he cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I told Wack 100, like, some little shit went down where I had to tell Wack 100, like, bro, you got bro calling my phone 100 times a day, and I really don't fuck with him like that. Like, you know, he cool. Like, we could be cordial, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't fuck with him like that. Like, why is he, like, just seeing him call my phone 5 times in one day is like, the fuck kind of weird ass shit y'all got going on, bro. Don't call my flight.
Get off my
You know what I'm saying? Get off my case, bro. I don't want to, like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Wack 100 pulled a little shit and made it go live and whatever, but it's really like, shit, fuck him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a problem with my brother, Zeddy Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Just because my brother fuck with trap, but it's like, that ain't our business. You know what I'm saying? Whatever going on with y'all little shit ain't got nothing to do with us. But you want to start talking shit about me and Zeddy and all this shit, because this is when I first started blowing up and on some Texas shit nobody really know about. He was on some old hating shit, trying to blackmail or blackball me, you know, whatever. And it just didn't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, he just been on some hate shit since then, and it's just like, you know, like, really, he loved me. Like, he know I rap my ass off. He know, like, all that shit. But he loved me, but he hate me. It's like a love-hate, like, backyard squabble type of relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still want my backyard squabble. You know what I'm saying? Then we could dap it up and be cool in front of media, but I want to punch you in your head real quick. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to leave a knot right here on you real quick so you remember me for 2-3 days when you had to brush your teeth and shit. Damn, Jen hit me with that fat ass. You know what I'm saying? I just want one of those. After that, like, bro, I'll give you a hug. And, you know what I'm saying?
When it happens, you got to stop. Call me my phone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, just like on some little brother shit, big brother, like, man, like, he's just one of them, like, annoying little motherfuckers. He's just annoying.
Shout out Rainwater, man. He be somebody we be back and forth. He be DMing me sometimes.
Shout out my boy, but it's like, I really punch his ass in the shit.
You gotta do like I did Orlando Brown. You just give him a nuggie.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yoke him up real quick.
You did that?
Yeah, because he came over here on some crackhead shit.
He was on some weird shit, huh? But you brought him over here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah,
I didn't think he was really that much of a fiend.
Nah, yeah.
I thought he was like, I thought it was an act. Until he showed up,
Come to find out, well, so now you got to go back because it was him and Charleston. in one
Oh,
show.
I remember that.
So the shit was chaotic. But like he said, we thought, okay, lights, camera, action, crazy. Nah, bro. Pull up out the Uber crazy. Like, jumped out, dropped his charger, dropped the, little gas station wine.
Crackhead shit.
Bro.
Nah, he ain't just dropping.
Like,
He seen Uncle. He's like, oh, God. He threw it all in the air. And I'm like, damn, this dude just threw his cell phone, all sorts of shit. He ain't got it. There's something there that ain't physically okay with him, mentally okay with him.
Shut up.
But fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But so while I'm sitting here talking about these substances, I know you got one of them substances with the tree, right? You got your own strain.
Oh yeah,
Fat Bastard.
Yeah, hell yeah. Me and my boy Cliff Woods, we did that. We collabed on that. Got our own little strain and shit. Right. And that hoe moving good. Like it's a little loophole in Texas, the THCA. But they about to,
they do that shit out here too.
So they about to take it away though. So
it's getting too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out. But get it gone in Cali or something. But we're gonna figure it out. That shit gonna still roll.
Talking about your advancement in music and your understanding of using the word and whether or not it could blackball you, does that worry you at all? Because ultimately I know you want to get paid off of this music too.
At the end of the day, bro, I ain't gonna lie. But it's all God, bro. Like, we could all sit here and say, like, oh, I got this badass plan and, like, I'm going to cook this up and just let me cook and I'm going to put it out and everything going to work. Bro, I wake up, smoke a blunt, look at my whiteboard. I got to get these songs done. I got to go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I got a plan, but the plan change every day. You know what I'm saying? Just like I thought a part of my plan was like, oh, I'm going to take it out. But then it was like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to drop it, and then I'm never going to drop again. And then it blows up. Now I got to record 3 more tapes, and I got to drop 1 more tape before I sign a distro so I can have something to keep. Shit, bro. It just, I gotta go, bro. I let go and let God. You know what I'm saying? That's that's a really big thing for me right now. It's just like, God, bro, like even though I'm heavy, not, and when I say heavy on the substances, I'm not just so far gone, I'm still right here being able to talk and everything, and it's just like when you're on all these flights and when you're doing all these things and dealing with all these certain people, and then everybody's like waiting on you, and the weight is on your shoulders, it gets heavy. You know what I'm saying? It gets to where it's like, all right, I do need a little something to take the edge off, and I'm not a drinker.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the weed just, the weed ain't weeding like it used to weed. You know what I'm saying? The weed ain't weeding like it used to $20 grams of cushion. You know what I'm saying? This shit like corn does now because we just so used to the press. So it's just like, take that little edge off. But yeah, man, I don't even know where we was going with this shit, but yeah, man.
Just like where you see your music going. Now, I'll make that all make sense right here. You got a moment in your life where you dropped your first record, you're thinking like, shit, where, how far is this gonna go? Did you ever think that it would be this far? You ever think you would make it this far just off of music?
Everybody like to say like, yeah, this, what I'm saying? Because when even the most suckiest rapper right now that's recording on his phone on BandLab.
That was very white of him right there. He said the most suckiest.
Nah, that was. Whatever word the most ass rapper out there. Suckiest. But yeah, man, the most ass rapper out there using BandLab thinks they gonna make it, bro. And so it's like, I always thought like, but it's kind of like the let go and let God thing, because it's like when I sit back and look at the whole story, it fit together like a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? And every time you think you have control of it, you never really do. Like it's still him working. You get what I'm saying?
Preach.
So it's like, it's always been let go and let God, let go and let God. Like it's always been that, but you don't really figure it out until you're like in that moment. So like now that I'm here in the moment, it's like, okay, I get it. And like, You know, like everything had to happen for it to get here. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So it's like nobody ever really knows they're ready until it's happening. Like, okay, I am ready now because it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Or you might not be ready. You just gotta be, you know, like, shit, you gotta be ready.
Do you have people that you can kind of have counsel with and be like, listen, bro, I ain't never been here before. What y'all think about this? Is this good? Is this bad? Do I leave it where it's at?
Yeah, shout out Gutter TV. You know, like, he's been doing this shit a long time. That's my manager. You know, he helps me a lot. You know, he's been through, you know, a couple of things through the industry to where, like, you know, he kind of look out for me and just let me know warnings.
Good game.
You know, good game. But, like, you know, like I said, this is everybody's first time on earth, bro. We all doing this shit. You know, and then at the same time, it's like where I'm from and, like, you know, I like, we're so slimy, like, we're so backdoorish, like, where I'm from, it's like that's what I'm always looking out for. So even with the labels and the shit like that, like, shout out to my label, but they even try to do some weird shit with me, like
business.
Rack up the little marketing tab, you know what I'm saying? I'll sing y'all last, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they was trying to give me some Knicks tickets and shit like that, but it's like I had to call them before they buy them, like, hey, is this a gift or y'all want me to recoup this? Or like, because these are $2,000 tickets, you don't want to buy two, so that's $4,000, but, you know, this under a label, so anything that's I owe y'all double, so that's really $8,000. Yeah. And y'all just racked up a 10 ball on me
and
for
I don't need to go.
I don't even watch basketball. I can't even tell you how many people on the court. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a football person, and then I ain't watched football since, you know, Cowboys just suck. So it's just like, and that was my team. So it's just like, I just don't even do this. I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I rap. So.
In the No Jumper interview, I heard you put your boy on. He said, "This is my spiritual advisor."
Yeah, Dr. Mugg Simpson.
/ jeweler.
Yeah, Dr. Mugg Simpson.
Those two things, I don't know if they usually go together. Like,
yeah, they really don't.
How'd that relationship come in?
Shout out Slick Nick. He put us together. Yeah, one of my just cool partners, you know, actually one of the people, I ain't gonna lie, that I was telling you about that was trying to steer me away from saying it. You know, like, he had linked me with him. And, you know, the jeweler he gave me a grill, you know what I'm saying? Well, I bought a grill, then he doubled back and put diamonds in it for free, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, smart.
So it's like he did that for the promotion and stuff like that. And that was before, that was like whenever I caught my first little buzz and was like, you know, trying to do it the right way, and it just didn't go nowhere. You know, he stayed down. Like, I call him every day, like, bro, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't, you know, like, shit ain't going and this and that. And, you know, he there like, bro, I see it, bro. Something gonna work. You gonna figure it out, Ginn. I'm right here. You know, we here. Wow. You know, just, you know, preaching the word. Or, like, even when I just like, bro, what this mean, bro? Like, I feel like this means something, and he'll break it down, or like,
that should be priceless.
You know, like, and it's like shit like that. Even if he full of shit, it's like it helped me get through.
Give me some good news,
that moment. You know what I'm saying? He could have said some bullshit, but it was like at least it made me like, you know what, you right, bro.
Ginn Lee,
those
bro.
people are
important.
Yo, those people are fucking important,
bro. But it's like, and he's still holding it down to this day. Like, we got a lot of shit coming, and you know, like, I just dropped off a lot of bread with him and do my teeth, and you know, like, we got some jewelry coming out that we better fuck the game up with. So yeah, so but that, and also just him being able to be there and, like, you know. Like, he's an ordained minister and shit like that. He did a lot of years in prison. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's really where he get his, you know, wisdom from. Read the Bible front to back, you know,
good.
hundreds of times.
Yeah, so that's the OG right there.
That's the OG.
You know
that's the one that I'm really like with, you know, day to day.
That's what I was hoping you was gonna say, because sometimes it's a lot of Zoes down here. And if somebody tell me they got a spiritual advisor, it sound like some voodoo going on.
This is pure, like, Christianity. Okay. Even though, like, I wouldn't say I'm a full Christian.
Right.
Like, so to say, like, I do believe in that. You know, I guess that.
Yeah. It's a lot of lanes.
Yeah, it's a lot of lanes, and it's just a lot too deep to go into. But it's like, I know there's somebody up there, and he worked. I'm talking about he put that work in.
Facts.
And he do it with everybody, man.
Facts. That's how I look at it.
You just gotta know how to read it. You gotta know how to like really accept what's being handed to you. Like people miss their opportunity all the time by overlooking it or not, or being too fucked up. Like you know what I'm saying, or certain shit like that. Like they're not seeing it. Like you know, at least you know I'm seeing that shit for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people miss their blessings.
Miss it
You
just
know what I mean?
by being ignorant or just being just. You know, sometimes people ain't like. See, so I did a lot of shrooms one time.
Yo, the way that started. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Go ahead.
I did a lot of shrooms one time, bro, and I had to sit there and really just like I'm looking at it, and I'm at this like trippy ass place in Las Vegas. It's called Area 15, and it's just a whole bunch of trippy shit, right? I'm just in there geeked the fuck up with this little bitch that I'm rocking with. And it's like, I'm just in there, I'm just looking at everybody walk around, and it's like, bro, they don't even know who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like in my head, like, you know, like I'm Ginn Lee, like y'all don't even know. Like, but it's like I'm looking at them and it's like, I wouldn't even expect them to like feel my, like, cause I feel there, it's like, there's a lot of just like NPCs, like, you know, a lot of these people out here are just kind of like fillers, like you know what I'm saying. There's not a lot of
just going
stars
through the
or going through the motion, like you know what I'm saying. Like pay their rent, go, wake up, make their breakfast, go to sleep, take
They're commenters.
It's just like,
That's
bro,
what
like, what the fuck, bro? Like, do something. Like that's what like. At least, like, if I don't make it, all this shit go to shit, I can tell my kids, like, hey, I tried. Like, I'll chase my dreams.
It's like
now,
you said.
because even, like, I give this shit to about, now where I see it going, I give it to about 32. Once I hit 32 and this shit just don't get where I want it to go or I don't see it going that way, then I'm going to devote my life to my kids and make sure whatever they want to be in life. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Different motivation.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, they definitely changed my life.
But you know, like
Kids.
I gotta at least show them like you could chase your dreams.
Right.
Like,
Pops went for it.
Went for it.
You know what I'm saying? You can't never say I ain't go for it.
You know what I'm saying? And if I don't make it, I'm gonna spend all my time into you to make sure you make it. And if I do make it, then I spend all my money into you to make sure you make it. Right. You get what I'm saying? So it's like either way it go, I'm gonna figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they watch us. You know what I'm saying? They watch the hell out of us.
And I ain't gonna lie, they understand way younger than people think. Like, I had to get on my baby mama ass when I met her, like, you know, because my son, you know, he was 2 years old when I met him. Like, he just acting like he don't hear her, like, understand what he's saying. I'm telling him, like, hey, bro, you understand what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just told you not to touch that and you touched that. Yeah. I ain't gonna sit on that wall or go, you know, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, the moms or whatever, or just the other side pit, like, or the people that just don't get, like, these kids are smart, bro. That shit is crazy how smart these kids
smart as hell. I be noticing it too. Like my son, he's almost like too smart that I don't be paying attention to it. Like my daughter's 1, or she's 1.5, right? So she's. You know the joint that you sit in when you're feeding your kid. You can put them on top of the counter. You can put that little thing they sit in, right? It's got the you can just feed them food. It's not a high chair, but it's just like a regular chair you could put on top of a counter. You could just feed them right.
Tray. So
my daughter's sitting in there a couple days ago. I'm high as fuck. Now, if y'all know me, so I don't be smoking all the time. I'll take 9 months off smoking, and I'll get high, and then I'm stupid. You know what I mean? So. I look at her because I could tell she wanted to get out. I'm high as shit in the kitchen. She's in the living room in the seat. And I look at her and I just go like this with my feet. I was like, you want to get out? You got to go like this and like this. And so all of a sudden I see her going like this, looking at her feet. And bro, she goes, and she climbs out. Now me being high as I am, I'm like, oh shit. You know, she's 1.5 years. I'm like, damn,
I just told her that with my
mind.
mind.
Baby, yeah. Smart ass fucking baby. But
hell, a lot of baby literally understood. Like, oh, he said to do this.
Yeah, and that's what I started thinking. I'm like, if at 1.5 years she figured out how to get out of that goddamn seat, what is my 3-year-old son picking up when I'm just regularly speaking. Because I'll be sitting there talking to my boy the other day. I don't know. I was talking to Fred, and I'm watching a movie. I'm watching the show, Raising Canaan. Marvin blasts somebody. My son looked at me. He's like, "Oh shit!" You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him like, "Oh, he understands the concept of it." So while we're thinking as parents a lot of the times that they're too young to understand, we're missing on things that like we could be there and kind of push them like, "Yo, I know you understand me." You know what I'm saying? And we could communicate with them. It's just our job to understand that we have the ability to communicate with them because they are watching you. You know what I mean? So they see Pops going out there and trying to become something, and they can't explain it to you perfectly.
Yeah, my son, he's seen on the internet that I got this little situation happen. He's seen that shit before I could even tell him, so he freaking out and shit. But shit crazy.
It is crazy to think about. I don't got kids, so when y'all tell me this, I can't imagine.
Nah, but that's the thing though. Like you could tell when somebody don't have kids though. Like I could really tell like you ain't had kids. Just like it's like a
it's a thing,
man. Yeah, like a sixth sense type shit.
Like
you just know because of certain shit that people be saying and how they behave and shit like that. Yeah.
I got some homies. I'd be like, man, your back don't hurt enough, bro. You could tell you don't got no kids. You don't. You're not doing that yet. You probably ain't got no kids. You probably ain't got no kids.
So earlier you had mentioned that when like you were used as the white boy, right? Like when you're out there doing fucked up shit. Do you feel like it was an intelligent decision? Like, did you ever have a moment where you got like white privilege? Because we all know, like, even me, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, right? And when you grow up, you realize that even me being Latino gives me a pass sometimes because you could walk through a certain neighborhood, the police see you, they see you're black, and we all know, like, as much as people want to avoid that being the real thing is real. The color of your skin gets you fucked up.
I was about to say, like, it be like that until, like, you hear me talk or see me walk or whatever. And then it's like once you start to, like, earn a reputation or, like, however it go, like, that shit kind of go out the window. But, like, I more or less say, like, I'm using my white privilege now in the rap game. As in, like, getting cool with the other white people that, want to be me or wish they could do the things that I could do. So it's like, all right, let me get cool with you. So, let me use what you got going on over here for my betterment. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you think since you white and I'm white that I'll be cool with you, but really I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take what you got, you know what I'm saying? Or accept what you're offering real quick just so you could say we was cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like that's more or less how I'm going to use it now. But like, in a general sense, of course there's white privilege. Like, we all know it's white privilege, but at the same time it's like when I like, from shoulder up, I'm gonna get, I get that white privilege. But as soon as they see what I'm dressed in, or as soon as they see pop out, or what I smell like, or whatever the case may be, if
you ain't have the grills,
if
you ain't have the grills, could you pass off? Like, you get pulled over, could you hit him with the, hey, officer, what's going on?
That's the thing. It sounds head ass. Just like, hey man, like, come on man, like, what's up? Like, what are we? What's really the deal going on, man? Like, like there's certain shit that, like it just sounds goofy. Like, like. Yeah. So, but like, I guess we all got a white voice, you know what I'm saying?
We do.
We all got a Mexican voice, we all got an Asian voice. Like, we all like, let's not forget, like, like, this shit, like, we watch shit like South Park and shit, like Family Guy and shit. Y'all want to, come on, man. Y'all want to be sensitive about some other, like, come on, bro. Let's be real. Let's just cut the bullshit.
Facts. Now, the term culture vulture is constantly passed around, right?
For sure, 100%.
And I'm not even going to bring this to the question to you. When you see platforms like Vlad, like Adam 22, and people throw the term culture vulture at them because they're a fair skin color, do you think it's a fair assessment?
I feel like anything that anybody's worked hard for and like really put their time and effort into, like, you know, is deserved. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, anything you like, we're all foreign to something until we deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And learn it. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could say they was a culture vulture or something like that, but it's like they so deep into it now, like they know more shit than you know what I'm saying? Or not you specifically, but you know, whoever got a problem with it. Like, it's like, so it's like, you know, like, I would say a culture vulture is more like wearing a mask or costume. Like, there's one thing, like, about Adam. Like, I'll tell you, like, he himself all the way around. Like, the way he act on camera is the way he act in front of your face is the way he act. He all the way around just act like a fucking white boy, and he's a fucking dick, but he's like funny with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just who he is. Like, he gonna act like that. So it's like, I mean, if he know his culture, if he know his history, he know his culture. You can't really just say, I mean, culture vote. Like, you know, he's not.
I think his main criticism
so much
is he
money
pitting people up against each other.
It's so much money out here. Like, you can't say like his one little platform is a culture vulture. Like he not. You don't need Adam 22 to be a rapper. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You don't need a Vlad interview to be a rapper. Like, I don't know if Lil Wayne's been on Vlad or you know what I'm saying, Adam 22 or like. You know, I don't know. I want to use somebody newer for an example, but like, I don't know if Moneybagg Yo's been on a, you know, any one of the, like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, you don't need those. So it's like, I wouldn't say just necessarily that they're a culture vulture because you don't just like, you know, they're not that established into the game towards like you just need these people. Now, culture vulture will be like the fucking Jewish people at the labels and all that shit. Yeah. Those are culture vultures, like using, like vulturing off of the culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Finding the dead weight or finding that little dead meat or whatever just to go and pick at. Like, that's the vulture, you know, the culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? They not just picking at it like that. Like, I mean, if you want me to be real, like, Lush probably the only, and he's Mexican, but that's probably the only white boy he paying over there. Or like, I mean, that I know of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what he says, but it sounds bad coming from him.
Nah, it sounds bad. It probably even sound bad coming from me, but it's like, like Brick, that's my boy. Conrad, that's my boy. Like, Remo, that's my boy. Like, these are people I genuinely fuck with that eat off of this.
That's really,
you know, so it's like, I respect him for that, like, you know, but, you know, it's still fuck Adam, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, he know why I say that, but nah, it's all love. I fuck with Adam heavy, like.
As long as he's him being him.
Yeah, just being himself.
Because somebody in that lane that nobody's ever said anything like that is like a bootleg Kev. You know what I'm saying? He's close to the culture, but nobody gets mad at him for trying to highlight or spotlight anybody.
Well, there's a difference, right? Vlad gets the reputation, and I tell people about this all the time, right? When Vlad came here, Vlad asks a lot of questions. He's very thorough in everything he does. Before he popped up, he's got questions for you. Yeah. You know, why am I going to come up to the platform? You know, what are we going to talk about? Maybe, are we going to come up there and, I don't want to discuss these things. You know what I mean? Like, he's on that type of time. He's a question asker. So when you watch his interviews, he's very thorough with his questions. He means it. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really, like, intrigued by the storyline. He's trying to create documentaries. He said it to us. Like, I want for when people take a look back at these, they could learn everything about this person. It's almost like you could create a movie by it from the interview he did. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. He's 60 minutes. You feel me? Adam 22's criticism is too much pitting people up against each
Yeah,
other.
now that's the part about fucking Adam bitch ass that like kind of like
fucking them up.
Like, goddamn, Adam, you don't gotta do that shit.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta pin people. Like, that's why I kind of had to get on his ass about when I went up there this last time. Like, bro, you asking real gangsters, real
politics.
You know, you asking real people about me, like, and then I'm not there to defend myself. All you saying is like, oh, how you feel about the white guy that says the N-word? Yeah, Ginn Lee. Yeah, Ginn Lee. He stepping on it too. He whoops the shit out of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course anybody's gonna, man, fuck him. I'll whoop his ass. You know, you tell me something like that, man, fuck him. Man, tell him to say it to me. Come say something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just, thankfully a lot of people know me and like, you know, like, nah, Adam, that, like, he really like that. But like, it's a select few that like, you know, they rebuttal and, you know, I beat his ass up. And then now you just created a problem between us.
It's like clip farming.
Yeah.
They're searching for the clip, you know?
You know?
And that's something that our platform has luckily been able to escape doing because I get paid outside of podcasting.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck if I make a $5,000 podcast check because that's just to fucking buy some liquor for anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to just buy liquors a couple of weeks. I want to go somewhere.
I ain't gonna lie. He talk like he rich. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when he first came in here, he talked like he rich.
Yeah, I get bread. I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
It's a different type of confidence you have whenever you like papered up. Like,
That's why he mad the Maybach ain't here.
he's I wanted the Maybach.
Yeah, because I just got that one. I feel like they had to take it away for a couple days from me. Like,
but I ain't gonna lie, that shit gonna happen anytime. Like my spiritual advisor, you know, he just cashed out on a Rolls Royce, but you know they pulling some whole other shit with him. You know what I'm saying?
It's always
so. It's like
I had a bunch of little
always
dents in my panels. I was like, man, you guys just bought this shit, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
Like,
make this shit look brand new. It
Yeah.
had 5 miles on it. Looked like it had 48.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for
I
sure.
don't know who hit it. But
And a
fix this
Maybach,
shit.
you know, if you know anything, that 48,000 miles, there's a lot on a Maybach.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you gotta, you know.
Yeah, no, my baby's got 50 miles. It had 5 miles when I got it. Bought that shit straight off the showroom floor. You know what I mean?
That's lit. That's
But
So this guy sounds like he's rich.
nah,
no, you know what though? I ain't rich. I just know how to get money, and I don't rely on podcasting to get money. I'm doing podcasting because I enjoy having conversations with people like yourself.
Right,
You know what I mean? I enjoy having dope ass conversations with people. So I'm not about to sit here and be like, have somebody else come up here and try to pit you against them to try to see if I can get a moment out of it to make some
And
bread
that's-
off of a fucking clip. Because fuck
That's
the clip.
clip farmer you talking
You know what
about.
I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's okay. I don't need the clip. I
Right.
don't need to create. The worst thing I could ever have is on my conscience is I created a war between two people that don't even need to have a
real
war.
beef.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's why, you know, like, you gonna have some longevity in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like that peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't
You don't gotta jump
all
out
that
of
chaos. You see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of chaos. Like, people getting fucked up, locked up, all this extra shit. It's just like, I ain't feel none of that over here. I ain't walked in, there ain't nobody. You know, you can't even smoke in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right,
So it's like, shit, where you can't smoke at, there definitely ain't gonna be no problems because it ain't gonna just be a whole bunch of chilling going on.
Yeah, let's just
You
change
know,
the name of the
you
podcast to the Spiritual Advisors.
You know? Nah, but it's like that genuineness. Like that's what's gonna make people like me be able to flourish because it's like, you know, there is places like this that we can come and genuinely talk and not have a slick ass comment come behind something I say like other podcasters would do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That I gotta look out for every fucking 5 minutes. Like, what you mean by that? Or what? You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to. You know, I didn't know what I was really walking into today. Like, I've watched a couple of y'all shits, and then I seen y'all did the Wack in Charleston. So I knew y'all had to be on some type of bullshit. But not, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, to have that up there, I was like, all right, what I'm going to walk into is, like, are they going to be there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you know? So it's like, you know, but at the same time, it's like the other ones that I did watch, it was nothing but like good, thorough questions, you know, and no like just
conversation,
no slick shit. Yeah, just good convo. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro, we say this a lot. It don't benefit us by not doing that other stuff.
Right.
That's what get clicked on, shared, and sent to a group.
Yeah, they get paid way more than us.
Man, come on.
Shit.
We've been doing it the hard way, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
but that, I ain't gonna lie, but it's certain shit like them genuine, like, you know, people forget about the bullshit. Like, you know, like the bullshit that happened, you know, a month go by, they'll forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But something that's genuine, something like, if they clip something from this that's just like, you know, I said something just so genuine that it hit home to a lot of people. You know, that video will go so much further than the, I just called him a bitch, or we just went off on each other. Like, so they gonna watch that comment and then forget about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And genuine shit can get spread around forever. That's
genuinely.
Like, no, that was something we had. Like, that's why I say God. Like, it all made sense. Like, so the tape was gonna be. This okay. So this I ain't never said this. So y'all gonna have some first. Like, yeah. So the tape was gonna be called "I'm That Nigga." Right, just point blank. Period. I'm gonna tell y'all the real.
What?
That was, but in my heart, on my mind, you know. And this is like I said, I dropped January. This is like October that I came up with this name, and I'm just like. You know, at first I'm pumped about it. Like, I got a wild ass fucking cover art made for it. It was just like, you know, like clip farming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in my head and in my heart, it's like, this ain't it. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like everybody, like my partner's like, man, drop that shit. Like this shit gonna go crazy, bro. We here for you. This and that. We here for all the bullshit. Right. But it's just in my head. I'm like. But that's not, because I'm not standing on, like, that's not what I'm on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that just happens to be
a subject of the conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, damn, that's not what I want to put. So I was conflicted, you know what I'm saying, while I was putting it together. And it was just like, one day, you know, like, I'm talking to my manager, and it's just like, all right, fuck it. What if we just call it Stand On It? You know what I'm saying? Like the song, we just, you know, we call it Stand On It. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But it's like, what am I standing on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, that's where I came up with genuine, is finding out what I'm standing on. What are you truly standing on? And that's just me being genuine. So that's how the tape, you know, the tape name came about. But then it was like, genuine Lee, genuine, like everything. It was just like, nah, that's it. Like it gotta go.
The other one didn't sit right with your
soul. Like it did nothing. Like that one just hit hard. Like it made everything complete. Like that's when I seen like, oh shit, this shit might fucking work, bro. Something. And then the music that I'm making with it is like, nah, this shit might fuck around and really work. I think
that was a good choice, man.
Yeah,
I think you made the right decision. You know. It definitely would have went viral just because of that, but
but that's the thing. Like, I would have had because I wasn't standing on that, so I would have stirred up some bullshit.
That's the hard part, though, because it's like, do I lean into it or, you know, because I got to ride the wave too.
Well, yeah, 100%. But that's why it's more of a balance. Like
that's the no jumper route.
You know, like that's the So
not even to throw shade, but it is.
But that's why when I go on no jumper, I give them no jumper. Yeah. I come on Danza Project, I give you Danza Project. When I go on 607 I'm gonna give you 607 So it's like you got to know who you're dealing with and how to handle them. Yeah. Like I was just telling a female that I'm fucking with, like, you know, she arguing with her mama, and she's like, bro, that's your fucking mama. Like, well, shut up. Like, just shut up and just. If you don't want to listen to her, just ignore her. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, pick and choose your battles. That's your mama. Like, she gonna win every time. Like, get over that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you realize, you know, where you stand in in certain situations, then you gonna win every time. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just know where you stand.
Genuinely. Like it's crazy because I don't know why it just hit. I'm sitting there thinking about it. Keep saying it. I'm like this.
But it's like it played like it's definitely trippy because like it was trippy for me at first too to think about it like it just all like, how the fuck my name Ginn Lee? Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But then the first album and then the G, like, it was just, it's just like, it all just made fucking sense. It was just like I said, I ain't got no plan. It's just him. He working. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is making sure I'm using my talents and my, gift that God gave me to keep going. And I don't know if I am starting something or like maybe am the start of something that might change how people view certain things. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit.
I'm just definitely 100% telling everybody, like, this is me, and you could kill me or love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, I don't want to put that energy out, but hey, man, like.
You seen Kevin Gates the other day say that shit to Kai Cenat?
What?
Yeah.
He was like,
but talking about LeBron?
Yeah, because the one kid, the Ty Lil kid or whatever, I don't know streamers. I'm not going to lie. I don't really know streamers too much. I think it's Ty Lil or something.
Yeah, Ty Lil.
But he walked up and he said something to...
Because his last name James. Ty Lil last name James. So he be faking like saying like LeBron his dad. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin Gates said something about LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And he walked up like, bro, you can't talk about my daddy like that. And he said, well, fucking kill me then.
Yeah. Because he was like, who's your daddy? He said, LeBron. He said, it's still love. And then, like, you could tell, like, a little bit of serious name came out. He's like, kill me then.
Like,
that's how you feel.
You know what I mean? Like,
but you know what's crazy? That was my energy coming in here today because I didn't know what y'all was on. So, like, it was on some, like, I talked to my manager and I'm like, nah, I'm on all bullshit. Like, fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's not the energy it was supposed to go.
Yeah. You know what's funny is Wack said that, right? Like, Because I'm still in communication with Wack. We have people up on the show. The one thing I love to do is network, and I'm genuine. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
sure.
No pun intended, but that's who I am. And him and I talk, and he's like, "Yo, we could do that more." You know what I mean? Because this is the space where, like, it ain't about the bullshit. You know what I mean?
It don't always end up like this. Yeah. A lot of other shows, it's a beer pong table and a couple of mics, and they gonna bring you up there for that bullshit. You know. Yeah. This is different.
Yeah, no, I fuck with this. I ain't gonna lie, it's a badass experience.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Let's go.
So when we're talking about Texas, because look, I ain't never been to Dallas, but I went to Houston for the first time a couple months ago, and then I went to Houston again and again and again.
What was it? Sakai and the other joint?
Yeah, I forgot the.
Sakai.
Yeah, I ain't know what I was in until I was in. For 3 weeks after that, all I see is everybody at Sakai. I said, little did I know.
Don't say too much. I'm in a relationship.
Oh
still.
Yeah.
But
I gotta change the name. Gotta get an alias.
But I'm out there. You know, I link up with Trey the Truth, Shakur Stevenson, Sauce Walker. And there's a lot of polarizing people out there in Texas, not just Houston, but Dallas. Big X the Plug having a crazy run right now.
Yeah, shout out X, bro. Yeah. That's my friendly competitor. Yeah, my dog. I fuck with him.
When you look at everything that's going on out there, who are the people that influence you from Texas, old and new?
I say definitely the new wave, like just like making the city look good, like the X and the the new Dallas, like Xenado and Montana 700. Like, I'm not gonna say I just look up to them, but I definitely respect and see what they doing for the city, and they making the city look real good. But as far as like just looking up to, like, I say Wack really like one of them ones, like, all friendly shit aside, just straight music and straight business, like, he got that shit on lock, bro. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you can't do nothing but respect that shit. Like, he going. And as far as the older artists, it'll be more like influence, like Lil Flip and the Trader Truth and Lil Kiki and Big Pun and just different people like that, you know what I'm saying?
All the big boys.
Yeah, like they are, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But, shit like that, but my influence really came from a lot of Atlanta. Like, the ATL come up, like, when I was 15, 16, 17, that's when, like, Migos, Gucci Mane, OJ the Juice Man.
What a time.
You know what I'm saying? All that Waka Flocka, all that shit going on. You know what I'm saying? That's whenever I'm doing the shit I'm doing. So the songs that's getting me pumped up to go do this shit isn't the slow sip and drink music or the Dallas Boogie, Young Nation. It wasn't none of that. Like, even though, like, shout out Young Nation and, you know, Mr. Pookie, Mr. Lucci, all that shit like that, like, you know, it was still that, like, Atlanta up-tempo, like, you know, using the ad-libs and all that shit, just that hype, like, you know, and then the shit that I'm doing is like, I need to get that hype, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was just a really heavy influence for me, was that Atlanta scene. So I take a lot from that, plus mixed with my player, you know, Texas, calm, heavy voice, you know, like mix that in and with it, my own little sound.
You know, one thing that separates you from a lot of rappers?
What's that?
You don't got crazy tattoos or nothing.
Nah, yeah, I watched my partner, like, you know, growing up, like, my partners was really young getting tattoos, and I watched them do some stupid shit. And I watched people get, like, you know, like, I'm watching them tat themselves, and then, like, now they come back, and it's like a whelp. And then it's like it's infected, and now it's like, man, I don't want none of that. And then it's like, I already know, like, if I do get tattoos and shit, it's gonna be shit that's
he'll go to white boy or
not even that, just incriminating. Like, and then that too, cause like that's why, like, Ginn Lee, you look so cool with braids. Bro, just do braids, do cornrows, that's culture vulture. That's where, like, I know it's kind of like that's where you draw the line, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you draw the line with the hair, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying though. Like, but it's like that's the shit that's like. Now I'm trying to look like something. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Tattoo, like, trying to, like, I'm not trying to scare nobody or make somebody, like, I'm not trying to have you look at me and think, like, black guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to look at me and be like, oh, he being himself. Like, I like, how I dress and what I do. Like, I want, like, I'm going to live that rock star, like, persona, more or less, like, how Future is, like, in a sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he live his life like a fucking rock star. Like, that's more or less how I say how I want my kind of image, you know, to go towards. Not like this just super gangster, shoot 'em up, like, crash out dummy, like, you know, but.
Fuck yeah. So what's next for you then?
Just staying consistent, bro. Like, doing shit, like I said, doing shit like this, bro. Like, making sure, like, the music overshines the bullshit. Yeah. So it's just a lot more dropping, a lot more videos, upgrading the videos, you know, just staying in contact with relationships, you know. Real big on relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like, this podcast won't be shit. Or
you said it right.
No, but like it wouldn't be beneficial if I don't leave here with your number and, you know, chopping it up with you every time I'm in Miami, even if we don't do a podcast. Or it's just them relationships, like, you know, getting into, like, you know, like, finding that right door to get in. Like, you never know what person or who could help you get into that next level, that next door, you know, link you with that right person that just, like, fuck with you, that willing to put it all into you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just building those relationships, bro. That's really the main thing.
Hell yeah. Well, I wish you much success coming up in the near future. Bro. And this door is always open. So anytime you're ready to come up, talk some more shit, come through. Anytime you're in Miami, I'm definitely gonna give you my number. Anytime you're out here, let's you know, moonwalk on them.
Moonwalk in the bills.
Yeah. Also, since you're out there in Dallas, Texas, I got my guy Kelvin and Byron. Shout out Byron. It's got a spot called the Hoagie Stop. Right, you're a big boy. I know you like to eat. They're building a restaurant out there right now.
Oh, so let's get it. Yeah, we're going to do the food review and all that shit. Man.
Smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Danza Project. My name is Danza.
My name Kato.
Hey, man, it's Ginn Lee, man. Mr. Spinner, man.
Let's get it. Orlando, sign us off.